Joachim has just turned up. After our visit to the quarry, I think he's probably coming here just to double check that we're all on the same page.
We saw this house on the way back from the quarry when we went to go and choose those stones, and we were like, oh, that's what we want. That's the colour, that's the layout of the stones, that's the look and feel that we're looking for. So we sent the picture to Eduardo saying this is what we're looking for. Does Joachim think we've picked the right stones?
Obviously building an entire house out of the wrong stone wouldn't be great.
Because it's really hard to kind of understand when you're looking at a pile of stones in a quarry. It's really hard to figure out if they're the right ones, isn't it?
I know what we really want might now be, because of the stones not quite working out, might be impossible, but let's see. Before we get much further into this episode, let's catch you up on the last week or so of developments. We're starting to build the stone walls of our house here in Portugal, and as we're learning, there are many types and colours of stone that we could use, from stark grey through to bright yellows. We started this project with a real wish to build from reclaimed stones that had once been a part of other people's houses. This dream has not been entirely abandoned, but rather placed on hold for a while, with the realisation that reshaping and working with these old stones was not only difficult but also extremely labour intensive. We don't have the money or time to spend 6 years building this house, so in our last episode we visited a local quarry looking for the perfect stones, and we picked a stone called Amarelo Duro, or hard yellow. We're expecting delivery of this stone later in this episode, and it's going to be very interesting to see if we've picked the right one.
What Joachim is saying is that the stone we've chosen is different to that house in terms of colour. So he's asking, the photograph is just to show the shape of the stones you want rather than exactly the same colour.
Yeah.
Temos que seguir em frente.
Yeah.
Tá bem?
Anyway, I think that photograph put a cat amongst the pigeons a little bit, because it's not exactly the stones we've chosen. And we had been talking about a layout. Basically, we've been saying to them we don't want a linear, uniform arrangement of the stones. We want it to be very haphazard.
Yeah.
And in their minds, they'd understood it like, you know, there's a stone like this, and a stone like that, and a stone here, and then a stone like this, and a stone like that. Whereas the picture that we sent was they're all in a line, but they're just round, and they look old and soft and gentle, you know. And then
that's what we're looking for, right?
And shapes. I think so. So anyway, I said to Joachim, because he was, I think, panicking a bit, because he's like, they're choosing the stone today, the stone is coming today, and I've seen this photograph, and I'm like, this isn't what we've got. But he said to me they went to 2 different quarries last week and they couldn't find anything more yellow than what we saw this time. I think we've exhausted our options in terms of yellow stone in our local area. Now, we could get stone from further afield, but that's an enormous cost, and I don't really agree with that. I think we need to use stuff that's come from our local area. Don't you, love?
Yeah, agreed.
So it's all about compromises at the moment, but I don't think they're compromises that are going to take away from the beauty of the house.
My general feeling is what we need to do is take a look at the first 10 square meters of wall built and then see what it looks like. And if it doesn't look good, knock it down and start again. But we want to get it right, because it's a big house and we don't want to compromise on things like that, you know?
What would be really sad is if we spent the next 40 years of our lives driving down that hill going,
we could have done better.
It's not right.
Yeah.
You know? So, I don't know.
He
did say Marcus is going to hand pick the stones so that we get as much variety, because what we were saying is we don't just want uniform colour, we want the stones that have got as much kind of variety in those facades as possible.
And what about the rounding of the stones? Are we going to be able to have them rounded and a little bit like softer, or are they going to all go in square?
I think so. He said something about getting a machine and like blasting them and stuff, but I don't know if he was talking about the old days of today. Like I you know, I can understand a little bit, but it's the detail that I'm losing for sure. But I think he said that Eduardo would be here tomorrow and we can talk it through with him.
Okay.
So
big
more
day.
to come.
More to come.
We'll see. just called John down to look at what's going on down there, so we'll see what we're talking about.
All right, so that's pretty cool. That's very cool. So basically what Joachim's saying there is, of course, pretty much a repeat of what he said to you, but also we're building the staircase today, the entrance to the house. They're going to leave a little door so that you can access the underneath part of the stairs.
Oh.
So there's going to be like a cupboard inside the cellar underneath the stairs.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool, isn't it?
That is cool. Maybe what you doing?
I just got a notification on my watch to say it's a loud environment. No doubt. So I'm just watching the fellas put the blocks on top of each other. Literally what's going on at the moment is they're just basically stacking blocks on without any beton or cement or concrete mix. It's all just going block by block. You can see sort of a staircase taking shape. Of course, the outside of it is going to be stone. And I think, actually, talking to Marcus, I think that the staircase will be where we test out the new stone to see whether it's going to work and whether it's the right stone for this project. There's that noise again. I'm just standing a bit further away now. So what have we got? We've got the staircase, the blocks going in place. I can see that they're leaving a little hallway for a door to come into underneath the stairs. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So we'll have the cellar and then we'll have a little pantry that's based underneath the stairs. And I think we'll probably see the outline, at the very least, of a staircase by the end of today. Depends on when that stone arrives, though. I am expecting the stone to arrive a little bit later. And if it does arrive, then we might even be starting to build stuff out of stone today. That would be amazing. We've got a door frame just going into place there. That's great.
No.
Okay, slide some rebar down between those blocks and then I guess it's going to be concrete.
This is my new favourite thing. It's the FAQ 202 LED face mask from Foreo. I've been a fan of Foreo products for ages, and I've been really looking into a lot of different ways that I could look after my skin without having to go down the more invasive therapy type routes. This is a game changer. I'm also well aware of the noise online about all sorts of different wellness trends and beauty trends, and I think there's a lot of nonsense out there. But I've heard a few different dermatologists talking on many different podcasts about how effective this LED therapy actually is. I really want to be looking after my skin as I approach my 40s, but I also don't really have that much time to go and sit in salons and have professional treatments. So I love that this is all controlled by an app, and I can do it at home in the comfort of my own home without having to go anywhere. And it's completely wireless, so I can carry on doing whatever I need to do around the house while also caring for my skin and giving it that little boost. The FAQ202 uses 8 different wavelengths, including NIR, which all fight the signs of anti-aging. And I've definitely noticed in the 2 weeks since I've been using it that my skin feels so much smoother and so much more glowy, and a definite reduction in those fine lines. These guys very seldom do discounts on their amazing products, but I have got a 30% off code for you. So if you use our code TheNewbys30, you will get 30% off your Foreo products, and it's a stackable discount. So it's even applicable on products that are in their sale. This has been a game changer for me. And I've even convinced John to have a go.
Okay, so what's happened? So there's a whole bunch of wooden frameworks and structures gone into place. That's basically the mouldings. If you look down into the breeze blocks, you can see all the way down to the floor. There's basically the hollows of the breeze blocks go from the floor all the way to the top. So we're just going to be taking some of that concrete right there, lifting it up and pouring it down through the holes and into the forms or the mouldings of the wooden structures that's in place. And then we'll end up with a wall with a door in it that will go into a room underneath the stairs. That's the plan anyway. Wife's turned up.
Hello. What's happening?
So we're mixing some of the concrete.
Well done, because you just called it so mentally. I was just looking at you going,
Yeah.
Is he going to say it?
Concrete's coming up, and we're filling up the wall, breeze block wall. So that's the plan. I don't know, nobody's mentioned it, but Joachim's just turned up on sites, just down there. The big boss man, so he's probably going to give us an idea of what's going on next.
Okay.
Muito bom.
See. Is coming out aqui hoje? Sim. Okay, so Pedra aqui hoje. Apparently the truck's coming today.
So what was that? Marcus and
Joachim's just come to pick up Marcus to take him to the quarry we were at to go and hand select the stone and get it loaded onto the truck, and the truck will be here, I suppose, in the next couple of hours with the stone.
Okay, very good. And then I guess they're going to start building a stone wall.
You'd think.
That sounds exciting, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds really exciting.
Okay, so Marcus is off with Joachim. They are heading out. Pretty exciting stuff to go and get the stone from the quarry.
I'm not going to lie, love, that's not been my favourite bit of filming so far. Well, there's no barrier there, and you just launched yourself and attached yourself to about a ton of concrete.
Well, I mean, my backup plan was just to go for a swing, not let go.
I'm literally cringing behind the camera.
It's I tell you what, it's tough to control it. So, you know, it is really a two-man job. One person to open it, and the other person to hold it still.
just had more confirmation that there is stone coming today, because Eduardo is going to be here tomorrow, our architect, with the intention of seeing the first stone being worked. So tomorrow is going to be a very big day, because it will be the first day that we see the stone being worked, put into place, and we'll all be standing around it going, is it right? Or have we had a second load of stones delivered? That's not right. Please, folks, keep everything crossed for us. I don't think we're going to have an update for you on it in this episode. So you might have to tune into the next one, I'm afraid. But yeah, thanks for the support, everybody. Your comments and opinions on all of this stuff has been so useful. And it just feels really cool to have you all coming along with us on the journey in real time. Like, it's literally happening right now, and you're a part of all of it as it unfolds. So thanks so much, guys. It means a lot to us. And let's see how we go. Hopefully we're going to get it right. Just like, I want a beautiful house that looks like it belongs here, you know, that looks like somebody really cared and poured love into it when it was being built. But not one that breaks the bank and that, you know, anyway, you know what it is. It's just a balance, isn't it? We've got to strike the balance. And is that truck coming down that hill today, is that going to strike it? Let's see. Be careful, Sawyer Newby. on the floor. I keep looking up that hill waiting to see if a truck is going to come trundling down the corner with stone. It's like waiting for Father Christmas.
This stone right here, this is the old stone, the stone that we split.
Okay.
So this is the recycled stone that we got from the first lot, from the first truckload.
Okay.
We split this stone to make it the right thickness to be our wall. Now,
I think that's the same colour as the stuff we saw yesterday,
that
don't
looks
you?
very, very similar. Just not aged in the same way.
Oh, sorry, everybody. Obi, stop!
Just not aged in the same way as that stone over there is now. It might be that there's a way of making this look a little bit more aged. But yeah, this is exactly it. Exactly the same.
It looks the same colour, doesn't it?
It does.
Interesting. Do you feel like you're waiting for Father Christmas too?
No, I feel when I look at this and I look at this old stone that's been split open, it looks a lot like what we were looking at a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Up in the quarry. It looks almost exactly the same, in fact. Maybe slightly greyer.
Yeah, it's darker, I think.
Darker. So here we are. Let's wait and see what that stone's in fact like. My concern isn't necessarily the colour. My concern is the shape of the rock and how it looks when it goes into place. I don't want a uniform look. I want the mortar to be, you know, like all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so look, if we look at this rock over here, I'll give you an example. Look, this is the old stone that we got from that reclaimed site. You can see it looks truly beautiful, but the stuff that we've been splitting, here's a really great example. Right here, we took the grinder and we cut a line into it, then we put the chocks in it and we smashed the chocks and it split it open, and this is what we got. It looks a lot like the rock that we've been looking at the quarry at the top of the hill. A lot like it. And yet
look at this piece here. That is almost the identical colour of the stuff that's coming from the quarry.
And then if you let's have a good look at that, in fact. So then we lift that up. Look, this has been well worked, this piece. And on the outside it looks like this. If we clean that up, that's what it looks like. So, you know, there's a lot of optimism, I think, over the colour. Let's just let them get on with it and they'll work it out as we go along.
I think, though, we were still processing the fact that we couldn't use this stone. That took some getting used to, didn't it?
I've got lots of plans for this, but I just need a tractor. Anybody got a tractor? Yeah, I just need a tractor. So I think we can use a lot of this in the biopool.
Yeah.
For the rim, around the top of the swimming area. It would be fun to do that. Yeah, let's see. A few more moments, folks, and that new rock, the new old rock, will be coming down here.
We were starting to give up hope, but look, there's a truck. Blimey, they must have struggled to get down the road. That's a big truck. Marcus is even walking next to it. I think that might have been a bit of a struggle. Stone coming. This is a bit nerve-wracking, folks. This is nerve-wracking. Also, our cobbled driveway does not love these big trucks. Yay! I think they're as excited as we are. That is, yeah. Wow. I had just given up hope, literally. I was like, oh, I'm going to go and cook supper. I don't think they're coming today because the time right now is about 5:45. But they're here. Here's the stone. It's on the back of the truck. Oh, let's see. I'm so nervous. This is a big one. Like we said when we went to the quarry, you know, we can't just repaint it. It's not like choosing a paint colour where you're like, nah, I don't like that shade, I'm just going to get a different one. This is kind of stuck. We're stuck with it. So let's see. Let's see how it goes. That truck must weigh an absolute ton right now. Hi guys! Just in time. I think you're thinking what I'm thinking.
I've seen the stone from the top. I'll just come down and say it's looking quite great. Anyway, I was thinking,
here we go. Oh my god. That was intense. I literally felt it beneath my feet. That was poof, hey? Right, let's get it. No, you can't get on.
Why? We don't know it's down together.
Okay, we come up a bit closer.
Yeah, I'm going.
We'll see how it goes.
okay. Okay, so we've got 3 different types of yellow stone here. So Eduardo, the architect, is coming tomorrow. And we'll have a chat and we'll just look at it and see how it goes. Shit though.
It doesn't look yellow.
All is well. There's nothing new to tell. There's no escape, no baggage. You'll be okay. You're better off this way. It's in a bag.
I don't know, man.
Locked inside.
I don't know. I don't know.